Chapter 2. Unexpected Promotion. Sitting on the deck with a cold bottle of Paddy Tar's dark ale, Connie beamed a replay of Dr. Jackson's speech to his brain. Suddenly he was standing in the roller coaster section of the island. The fireworks ended, and an image of Dr. Jackson appeared on every screen and hologram projector he could see. Hello everyone, and welcome to my 100th birthday celebration. There will be cake and ice cream in the food court after my brief announcement. Seldom is an historical event of such significance announced before it happens, and you are all a part of this event. You'll be able to tell your children and grandchildren, I was there. More important, you have the option to participate or not. He pointed straight up and smiled. What you are about to witness is a reflection from a very large space station in geosynchronous orbit. If you're currently indoors, you may wish to step outside to see it. If you miss it, there is always tomorrow night. A few seconds passed before a faint dot appeared directly overhead in the crystal-clear late twilight sky. It grew steadily brighter over the next few seconds until it outshone a full moon. Then, after a couple of minutes, it faded back to nothing just as quickly. If you'd like to go on an excursion to the station and see a world of abundance, the buses begin leaving tomorrow morning at 9 for the 10-hour trip and start returning at 9 the next morning and continue for the next several weeks. Oh, and if anyone is inclined, if you can produce proof that I'm not 100 years old, I will give you a dwelling of your choice on the station. Connie said that's all there was, and the playback ended. Thank you. He knew she was a computer, but interacting with her seemed human enough, so he treated her as such. Dr. Jackson's claim to be 100 years old seemed fraudulent to most people, since he appeared to be in his late 20s to early 30s. He'd been getting regular nanobot treatments for over 10 years now. Reverse aging was a side effect, since the microscopic machines corrected almost everything wrong inside the body. As far as Jay knew, every employee of the station that elected to have the therapy experienced the same result. He sure did, and had been getting the care for only 5 years. He was currently 59 years old, but looked and felt like he was in his early 20s. Jay himself had accepted the challenge to prove Dr. Jackson wasn't even close to 100 years old when he signed on as a pilot. Dr. Jackson's footprint was an exact but larger version of the one on his birth certificate. He was born on February 28, 1933 in Fitzgerald, Georgia, and today was February 28, 2033, 100 years to the day. But that didn't matter, since he was given a bonus, his choice of accommodations anywhere on the station or the planet when his contract was up. He chose a condo on Deck 2.00, and had lived there ever since. No utility bills, no taxes, no expenses at all seemed like a good deal to him. And if he ate at Paddy Tar's Irish pub on the station, there were no grocery bills. The food and drink there was free for station residents and his or her guests. It took about a half an hour to get back to the island, since they decided to abandon the Shark sub. Without it in tow, they were able to ride on the hydrofoils all the way back. The 2 crew from the sub were technically dead, but had been fitted with animation devices to keep their hearts pumping and lungs breathing. They'd probably revive at some point. The only real question was how much brain damage they'd end up with. But then, over time, nanobots might be able to repair most, if not all of that. As soon as the boat arrived at the dock, Connie said to Jay, "Dr. Jackson is waiting for you in his office. He's already been briefed on your ordeal, and still wants to see you right away." A robocab stopped on the pier where the boat was tying up. It was nothing more than a robot-controlled, 4-wheeled, lightweight, horseless carriage sporting a canopy for shade. A robot horseless surrey without the fringe on the top. Jay said, as he hopped off the boat, "Got a meeting, thanks for the rescue," and climbed into the cab. The door to the administrator's office was open. Dr. Jackson was inside, along with station administrator Jacqueline "Jack" Coolin. Jay stepped across the threshold, and Dr. Jackson said, "Connie, this is a classified conversation." Immediately the windows went opaque.
Music started playing against the windows, and the door closed behind Jay. When Dr. Jackson looked at Jay, he delivered the message. The dog bites. Need pet carrier. Good news indeed, Dr. Jackson whispered. Jay must have looked puzzled, because Dr. Jackson continued. For eons, there have been rumors, legends, and myths about transport portals around the world. One such has just been identified with positive results. It needs to be taken to a facility for further study, but that's not why you're here. Jack selected you for apprenticeship training because she believes you to be a natural leader. I happen to agree with her. I hope you choose to accept your new position as station administrator on station number 2. You get to name her. You leave to tour the station tomorrow morning. Now, go home and get some rest. We'll see you in the morning, and I'll expect your answer. Sir, Jay quibbled. I am tired and could use the rest, but I'd like to see the mission through. I can take a cargo ship, pick up the biting dog, and deliver it in 2 hours, anywhere on the planet. Dr. Jackson chuckled. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that you could do that. The destination is not on this planet, and the dog isn't ready for transport just yet. Now leave. I'll see you tomorrow.
Jay nodded slowly, the weight of the proposition settling in his chest. Station administrator, he thought. A title that sounds more like a desk job than anything else. But knowing Jackson, it means responsibility, power, and a target on my back. He glanced once more at Dr. Jackson's impassive face, then to Jack, whose sharp gaze seemed to pierce right through him. Their expectations were clear. This was no casual offer. What am I getting myself into? Jay wondered, chewing on the thought as he stepped back toward the door. This station number 2, a whole new world, a whole new set of problems. And me, still the same flawed pilot, still fighting the urge to just walk away. Yet beneath the doubt, a spark flickered. That same restless fire that had fueled his youth, the unyielding pull towards something greater than the world he already knew. Clenching his jaw, he said quietly, "I'll be there at first light." As the door slid shut behind him, the hum of the island night seeped in. Tomorrow, everything would change. These videos are time-consuming and a bit difficult to make. I would prefer if you told me now that you think they're crap. If not, then please at least hit the thumbs down button. Thank you. If you like the videos, please tell me, and tell me how to improve them. I'm just one guy, and I often get wrapped up in the technical details. I miss a lot of stuff, I'm sure. Fresh eyes see what I miss, so please tell me. At least hit the like button. And if you're so inclined, please hit the share button. Thank you.